Well, something else for the record books, this beautiful table inspired by our art director, Matanna Katz in the house. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
Happy Monday. This is beautiful. So we are talking about SA Marine Week. We are bringing some inspiration from our coastal towns, and we also bringing some inspiration with this beautiful table. How did you create it?
Okay, so this is a seaside-inspired table setting. It's so easy to create at home. What I love is that a lot of people have, as you can see over there, the willow pattern blue and white plates from their gran or grandparents, passed down to them. They don't want to do it, so bring it out and use it, because I love how it kind of matches up with the white and blue, with this whole sea and the sea
I had to buy mine new, hey? There was nothing to pass.
Oh no!
But we have them. Okay,
Good.
so blue and white, what else have you added
So
to
blue and
it?
white, so I try to think of things that made me nostalgic of the sea, going to the beach as a child. So, the blue and white plates, the sea glass, collecting sea glass, and collecting shells as well, which I love. So, very simple. Also, the taste of salt. So I've laid out in the center of the table, I love using, the raw wood. So if you need to use tablecloth, you can, but take some coarse sea salt, sprinkle it along in the middle of the table, take some really beautiful shells that you've collected or that you have, and display them really beautifully along the sea salt, and then just dot a few little candles in between, which is nice because if it's a lunch that's going into the evening, it's quite nice if it's outside because it's so beautiful and hot. Then you can start lighting the candles and taking it down into the evening, and then just think of food that reminds you once again of just seafood. We've got beautiful fish here, and we've got some beautiful potatoes and some lemon wedges, and it's perfect just for a nice kind of hot outside lunch.
I'm looking at the food and I'm almost thinking that the food's not necessary to drape this beautiful table because the decor is so pretty. The one thing that stands out for me, probably the shells, because you can get the kids involved,
Exactly. Kids love collecting shells.
know.
And what's also a really nice idea is, I'm actually going to show this DIY tomorrow on the show, but use old oyster shells and turn them into salt and pepper holders.
I saw that. Did you spray them a little bit?
I'm going to show you everything tomorrow.
Okay,
It's
I
a
won't give
secret
away
that I
too
won't
much.
reveal now.
A secret that you won't reveal now. What other alternatives could you use? Like, let's say you don't have the blue plates. Which other colors would also be fine to complement this table?
I think white plates are also really nice and clean and fresh, and then look at other ways of bringing color in. So if you don't have it in crockery, maybe find some interesting colored shells. You can play with this beautiful seafoam greens, those little pansy shells. There's tons of things you could play with. And then, everybody has some sort of crystal or glassware at home, so playing with that as well. So just working with what you have and making it your own.
I'm also looking at these bottles, and Matanna is very good at collecting beautiful, beautiful bottles. But if you don't have these ones, which looks rather expensive or even more antique, you could just use empty bottles. So if you have an empty bottle, keep it, because they're just so pretty. And even these candles, I would use different color ones,
Exactly. So you can really make it your own. You can make it as festive and colorful as you wish.
Oh, I like that. As festive and colorful. You always bring the nicest stuff. I hope I'm doing the DIY tomorrow. We're going to be spraying and
Oh, I hope you are too, yes. No, we're going to be painting.
Painting, okay.
Yes.
Well, there is a few other things happening on the show, which means that you can benefit more. In fact, you could be a winner with Expresso and Avio.